Okay, we're going to start with the question of the day is, I'm going to spend the rest of my days working in a factory. What factory do I want to work in? And I want to be in a short-run, high-technology factory. What that translates to, if you haven't gotten stuck working in something like that before, is you have an idea, a project, and you don't have production facilities to make it. You need 50 of your item to test it. So you come to us and we build 50 of them and we give them to you and we go on to the next project. So I think I could do that without going nuts. Otherwise, the same thing day in and day out, no matter how cool an idea, I don't think I could do it. Although Cheesecake Factory sounds cool, but you grabbed that one, so I'm stuck. Plus, I'm not a giant fan of cheesecake. Now, German Chocolate Cake Factory? Maybe that'd be different. For a question from the book, if you want to do it, page 5, number 3. I need to write these down so in 6 months I don't ask the same number again. Especially since I've been trying to be random. I'm not good at that. Got 10 questions. Well, I have a few questions for you. Started with, I've been sick, been staying home all day, had time to think, so came up with a few questions for you. First, do you have a copy of the tree hugger photo that would be big enough to make into a t-shirt? The last time I looked on your MySpace page, you had a t-shirt of you holding a 45 and done some special effects things to it with the caption tree hugger. I think that'd be a fun t-shirt to have, especially around here. Fishing for Christmas ideas. What do you look for in a flashlight? In other words, how do you use a flashlight, or what times are you sitting there thinking a little more light right now would be handy? Do you look for a rechargeable flashlight? Do you look for a flashlight that can sit for 6 months and doesn't leak but's compact and bright? I'm asking, we sell 150 different flashlights at work, with quite a variety of styles, and well, there's like 3 or 4 of them that I want to get for myself. But anyways, you have a girlfriend, so you stated in your last post. What's her name? Is it the woman we've seen in the background of a couple of your posts recently? Are you carrying that video camera around with you everywhere, or does it just seem like it? What kind of video camera is it that you've borrowed? What are you studying this quarter, or is it summer and you're not studying anything this quarter, so what are you studying this fall? What video editing software are you using that lets you do that text overlay? We've been getting fun use of that effect lately, and it could be useful. Have you seen any movies of note lately? Any I should put on my list to see or on my list to avoid? What do you think of Mom and Dad's RV? I've seen a couple pictures of it. It looks quite interesting, but you may have actually gotten to see the thing. What shows are you in lately? I know you're doing CTE. Have you auditioned for anything? Are you doing rehearsals for anything besides CTE right now? Or are you jumping into something right after CTE? Do you still have the show poster for The Lord of the Flies? It was a long time ago. It was an interesting poster from what I remember. It's one of the few that I can remember actually seeing you in. Are you, Brandon and you still getting show series on DVD instead of paying for cable? Are you still in the same apartment you were in when Tanya and I were up there last? Things going on around here. Another side of stuff. Emmeline's 9 months old. She turned 9 months on the 17th. She just had her 9-month doctor's appointment. She's now 19 pounds 2 ounces, 28 3/4 inches tall. Been sick the last couple days, I mentioned. Doctor's been giving me these horse pills. Huge! Of antibiotic to take 3 times a day. Just a random thing I thought you might want to know. Huge. If you ever get the chance of avoiding an antibiotic shot in the butt, do so. It feels like a baseball line drive to the butt. It hurts. Don't know if you've heard. We are now the proud owners of Dun Dun Dun, a minivan. 2000 Chrysler Grand Voyager, to be exact. Went looking for a station wagon or a small pickup so I could transport a lawnmower and a ladder to do work over at the duplexes, and ended up with a minivan. Fun story. If you get a chance to put Tanya and me in front of the camera, or get you both of us on the phone, she can tell her side of it. It's very funny. She had just the right attitude to mess with the heads of the salespeople. She wanted to look, not buy, and was ready to get up and walk out the door for the whole time. They really, really wanted to sell. So, see now, a piece of corporate stupidness has ended. Last time we were up there, we bought a couple bottles of Henry Weinhard's root beer. Brought them back to it. It's like, ooh, I could get some. Drinking one of those bottles, noticed on the bottom it said, bottled in Fort Worth, Texas. Did some calling around, found out it's bottled in Fort Worth, Texas, but not for sale in Fort Worth, Texas. That has now recently become available for sale in Texas. That was a dumb thing. Well, being available in Texas is not a dumb thing. Being made in Texas and not available in Texas, that was a dumb thing. We're looking at moving to a place just outside of Abilene. The Chapmans are currently trying to close on 20 acres just outside of Abilene, and having some issues there, but if they do, we're going to move in to get a mobile home built on that property, and then try and build something a little more permanent after that. They've had some interesting side effect problem. The realtor for the seller seems to be dragging his heels. That doesn't help. Things that need to be done, like getting surveys taken care of and paperwork filed. Oh, we'll get around to it. I think mostly it's places with homes on it was not what this realtor company deals with. Normally they deal with properties that you have 5,000 head of cattle on and no property. All you have to worry about is where the property lines are and if the neighbor shoots on site. Lenders coming up with stupid reasons not to lend or wanting more money down. One of the companies went from 10% down to 20% down because the road to the property is not paved. It has what's called a cliche road. It's a clay and gravel mix that is maintained by the county. They run a road grader over it, run a compactor over it, so it's well maintained, it's just not paved. So the bank wanted another 10% on top of what they had already been given. So, that, as Mom says, is the news from Lake Wobegon. Be hearing from you soon. Bye. Okay. Addendum to the first portion. We thought we'd taken care of the annoying background noises, the ceiling fan, the air conditioner, the whatnot, and still getting strange little noises in the background. The little noises you hear every so often are Emmeline working on her bottle, but the mechanical noise, I have no idea what that is. We turn the ceiling fan off. The only thing we can think of is maybe the microphone's picking up the computer's fan. Don't know. And if you want, we can email you the list of all those questions that I asked. And I think that's it. Bye. Oh, and this was the 4th or 5th take on this because we found another piece of software. Tried it. The first couple times it didn't capture the audio, and then when it did capture the audio, it was about 4 to 5 seconds between when my mouth moved and when you heard my speech. That was a little weird.